I will understand you are listening me, you are able to see my visual on the right corner, and whatever I am delivering, you are getting it. So I am very thankful to Anish, Nayan, Homeshwari, Bharat, Chinmay, Abhishek, Shivam, Aditya, Tanuja, Ayush, Pratiksha, Vijaya, Swaraj, Om Tekade, Ashish, Disha, Gauri, Dhanashri, Monica, Nayan Raktate, Sakshi, Sonal. So I'm very, very thankful. So I will begin. So no matter there are very slides, around 55 slides are there, but you don't worry about it. You have to just go through it and you will get exactly the idea that what happens in computing or constructing the first and follow atoms, constructing the parsing table, construct or computing the go-tos, change of the states, and all this we are going to see. But again, as I told you, I will take four more examples so that uh, I want that everyone is comfortable with this typically unit number bottom-up parsing. Uh, that's that is our aim. So if you trust me, if you follow me, because it, please listen. What I want to say is that many times it may happen that for some students that even though I explain with detailed steps, with some screenshots or images, so some students might not be able to get the things in a first shot. It may happen. So that is not a wrong thing. It is okay. And because while listening 1 hour or 40 minutes on a mobile phone or a desktop, in typically it is not a face-to-face lecture, then uh, then sometimes maybe it's because of some distraction or some other thing, we miss certain things. So that typical step may be important, and because of that typical step which we miss because of some distraction, then we don't understand it, because everything is based on it is systematic. Uh, so if you don't know first thing, then you cannot understand the third thing, like that. So compoundly we have to think about it. But anyway, it's not that complex. It's very simple. It's still logical. You have to just apply the logic. But you don't have to do some complex thing. You don't have to do that. You don't have to think in that way also, because the author that book is little old, so the notations in the original algorithms might be different. So it may be difficult in beginning, in first read, that you read the algorithm and you don't understand what is happening. That's why I have chosen this uh, way. Means first to show the algorithm, talk briefly about the algorithm, and then work out on some example. So, so automatically we interpret the meaning or intention of typical algorithm. As I told you, there are so many algorithms. Anyway, so as per agenda, we are going to construct the DFA. Well, last time we have there was a incomplete example. Last time we have seen. Then we are going to collect the canonical set of collections. Then we are going to understand what is SLR parsing table, how to construct it, and one more example. So in this way, we are starting today. So again, I found that nobody is actually यार मैं तुम्हारा teacher हूँ, कम से कम you should subscribe me at least for this semester, and you should like my 1 or 2 videos. See, I'm not forcing you to like me. I just want to see that there are people who are using the study material from their side. And later, if you don't like that video, you can unlike it. That's not a problem. Or you can move your thumb from that side. Anyway, today's example is based on the previous lecture. So I suggest you to download this PPT, go through it, later download today's PPT also, Go through it. You will, I guarantee you that you will clearly understand what is a go-to and what is that and how to construct the DFA. It is very, very simple. We don't have to think. So it is not complex, that motion of the dots in the production rule. So there is a URL given. So anyway, this slide tells you what I want to say. And one more thing I want to suggest, that whatever our examples we are doing typically in third unit, you do with pen and paper on your side and write the complete, because in PPT, we have multiple PPTs, 30, 40, and covering only single example. But if you write that example systematically in your copy, it will be in 1 or 2 pages in typical thing. In PPT, for explanation, I have to add a few more things or some visualizations in the slides. So it is better to write in your copy to understand it in better way. Anyway, so that last time we have seen this example number 2. This was a simple grammar. Only 5 production rules are there, and there are 5 sub questions. See, we are not solving all the things in one shot. What we have done, we are just computing first and follow. Then we are trying to understand the go-to mapping function. And today, at the end of the session, we shall learn how to construct the SLR parsing table. And later, in next session or maybe whatever, we shall see how to process the given input string. So in this way, we are going ahead. So last time I told you that in beginning you have to add the start symbol in the grammar. So we have added the yes. E is the original start symbol. And then whatever the rest of the production rules are there, you have to wisely number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Normally, we don't number the production rule where there is a new start symbol, that is yes dash, as per the theory. And then to compute the LR0 items, canonical set of items, first we have to generate the I set. From I, we generate I0. From I0, we generate 1, 2, 3, 4. From 1, 2, 3, 4, we generate 7, 8, 9, whatever. So recursively, we are doing this. So just for recap, so in this case, when there is a grammar, so whatever the production rule which contains new start symbol in augmented grammar. So here, yes was the start symbol, new start symbol. So means closure means what? We have to put dot and we have to move the dot one place ahead. That was the logic. So still I will cover here few things. So from original I, we have to generate I0 item, means I say I0 set. It is the name of the set. I0 means it's the initial state of the DFA. So what we are doing, we are considering that I is equal to yes, giving you dot E, because dot E means it is beginning of the original grammar. Means new start symbol is calling just like a function to original start symbol of the grammar. So we are putting dot there. Then last time I told you that if there is a dot in front of any non-terminal or any capital letter, then what you have to do? You have to search the original grammar and you have to collect the whatever new subsequent generations are there. For example, dot E is there. Dot is in front of E. So what is E generating? E generates rule number 1 and rule number 2. These are the 2 production rules. So, and rule number 1 and 2 generates 3 and 4, and then 4 generates 5. In this way, we generate all the production rules. So along with that dot in front of the beginning of the right hand side. So closure is, that is the closure. I will be showing you what is closure meaning, what is a visual representation or interpretation. So in this way, we got these many production rules in I0 set. And don't worry about it right now. I will take one more example. For that, because there might be some students who are today joining, they have not attended previous lecture. So they may feel awkward. And don't worry about it. You just come, stay with me. I will be telling you what is there. Anyway, last time we have seen, we have generated I0, I1, I2. So in this way, we have generated 9 number of sets, I0 to I8. And we have computed go-tos. So for example, from I0, we have 4 go-tos, means I0E, I0 capital T, I0 capital F, I0 ID. So these are leading to I1, I2, I3, and I4. These are the states. So for example, from I1, see in I1, just see here where my mouse is there, I1 is there. In I1, there are 2 production rules. Now, there is a one production rule which contains dot at the end. I don't know whether it is visible to you, but hope you can enlarge your image and see the dot. So if in I0, sorry, I1, if dot is at the end, so we cannot process that production rule, right? But if dot is somewhere in between or in the beginning, then we can process. So for example, in I1, first production rule, yes is giving you E dot. We can't do anything, so forget about it. Now, there is a dot in front of plus, right? So E is there, dot is there, plus is there, and capital T is there. This is second production rule. That's why go-to is there. See, I1 plus, it is going to I5. You see previous slides. Anyway, in similar way, in I2 also, in first production rule, E giving you T dot. So you can't do anything because dot is in at the end of the capital T. You cannot process it. But here in second production rule, T is giving you T dot star F. So you can move dot one place ahead. That's why it is go-to. So what we are doing, we are collecting the atoms. We are collecting the similar atoms. And what we are doing, we are trying to shift the position of dot one place ahead. So what will happen? Dot is in front of star. So it will go after star. Means dot will be in front of F, capital F, as per this I2. And that's why in go to I2, here in this column, go to I2 star is giving you I6. So if required, I can repeat this example next time anyway. So this is so in this way, there are total possibilities of, if you count these go-tos, 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever. So 12 go-tos are there. 12 actually, these are the transitions. These are not transactions, these are transitions. So 12 transitions are there. So from this, you can understand that your DFA contains 9 states, right? Your DFA contains 9 states because sets are 0 to 9, 0 to 8. 0 to 8 means 9 states. And there are 12 go-tos are there. It means there are 12 edges in your graph, DFA graph. So this is the logic. So it is better to check while computing go-tos that if you are not missing anything. If you miss some go-to, what will happen? New state will not be there, and subsequently there will be something missing in your original your solution, and you will not be able to generate all the sets, subsets, canonical LR0 atom sets. That's why it is called as a canonical set of atoms. So 12 edges can be there and 9 because there are 9 boxes are there. So 9 states are there. Now how to draw? So we shall try to understand from this up to last example का status जो है इसके हिसाब से हमने इतना देखा हमने. Whatever this is there, this is our output. Now what to do ahead? We want to construct the DFA and we want to construct the SLR1 parsing table. See, don't worry about this SLR1, 0 and all that. Why? We shall definitely talk about it in clear way. But anyway, you can simply call it as a SLR parsing table. When you call SLR parsing table, it means that implied 0 is implied there. But if you type SLR 2, 3, 4, then it means those many number of n number of lookates are there. So lookup means what? Whatever the star plus is there, these are the lookups. Or what are the components in first set, first and follow sets are there. तो फर्स्ट सेट का आउटपुट जो है these are the look aheads. So anyway, so from those go-tos and from those sets boxes we can construct the diagram like this. You can take the screenshot if you wish. So you may be thinking how to draw this. Now see here, I will be telling you how to draw it, but first you listen me. See, there are many boxes, there are dots somewhere. So for example, in I0, dot is exactly in front of each right hand side. Please note this. Suppose there is a I8 state, last state, that is a I8, 8 number key. So there is one production rule, T giving you T star F dot. Means जो लास्ट वाले जो स्टेट्स है, इंक्रीजिंग नंबर असेंडिंग में लास्ट वाले जो स्टेट्स है, एंड स्टेट्स मे बी 8, 7, 5, we don't know how many end states are there. So you will find that there will be always end dot at the end of the production rules. That's the rough thing. It's not something straight rule. It is rough. Now here capital letters are there, right? For example, I0 is a state. On input capital E, you are switching into I1 like this. For example, if you are in I5 number का state है, and capital input is there, capital T, you are switching into 7 number के state में जा रहे हैं on I5 to I7. On what? Capital letter T. But if there are lowercase letters like plus, star, and ID, these are the terminals. These are terminals. You are also switching. So here what is happening? देखिए I0 में dot सबसे पहले है. If you go in I1, तो क्या पता चल रहा है आपको? Exactly E के बाद में dot आया, right? On transition of E, I0 में क्या था? E के पहले dot था, right? But when you go into I1 state, see here in I1 state, you will find that dot is moved one place ahead, right? This is there. You can test with I6. Let us say I6. Now what is happening here? I6, you are switching from I2 to I6 on input star. On input star. I2 में अगर आप star का input देते हैं, तो you are switching into I6. See this. Now what is happening here? In I2, dot is in front of star, right? Dot is in front of star. But when you switch to I6, so see the production rule, first production rule in I6. क्या होगा इसमें? Dot star के बाद में आया. Dot is after star. What I want to say is that whenever you process some input, it may be capital letter or lowercase letter, it may be non-terminal or it may be terminal, you have to move the position of the dot one place ahead. That's it. That's it. And in this way, we have to go up to end of the each production rules in the original grammar set. This is the logic. So in this way, and see here, there is a pattern. For example, in I1, there are production rules which starts with E and dot is at the end of E. This is a pattern. So everywhere there is a pattern. For example, in I5, dot is in front of capital T. In I5, there are 4 production rules, right? And if you see the first and second production rule, E plus T dot T and T dot T star F. So 2 production rules are there. But here what is happening? Dot is in front of T. Means you are clubbing this. You are clubbing these similar atoms. That's why it is called as a set. So anyway, you see this diagram. I will be exploring it in a more better way. I will try it in next slide. Now see, this is a combine. See, on one side, there are 12 go-tos. On one side, there is a diagram, right? So you need to refer this. Even you need to refer your first and follow items, and then combiningly referring all these 3 items, you can construct the parsing table. You cannot construct simply from go-tos a parsing table. You cannot construct simply from the DFA diagram a parsing table, or you cannot construct simply from first and follow your parsing table. That's the logic. Anyway, we shall see how to do it. So here, see, go-to is there and diagram is there. Now you can match these go-tos. See, I0 first go-to देखिए, I0 E. you are going into I1. See here, see the diagram, tally it. So पहला प्रोडक्शन है S2 डॉट E, दूसरा प्रोडक्शन है E डॉट plus T. Means two production rules are there where dot is in front of capital E. Now what is go to telling you? On go to you are getting I1. So there is a arrow from I0 to I1 and there is a input capital E. So in this way, you just every time you have to refer the go-tos and you are refer the shift of the dot in those production rules. So in this way, we can draw the diagram. To draw the diagram, it is very easy. I will be showing you a very simple example after this. I don't know how much time it will take. Anyway, this is logic. Once you understand the logic, it's there is no problem. You can build anything. So anyway, you can compute the number of edges. You can compute the states. See here, I am using the boxes, but you can use circles also to represent the state of the DFAs. So if let us take the again one more example. Say go to I5 is there in blue color. Go to I5 ID. I don't know whether you are able to see it or not. Now see, you go to the I5. I5 is there and I5 ID. So in I5 there are 4 production rules and there is a dot in front of lowercase id, last production rule. F is giving you dot id. So see on input id, so there is a arrow from I5 you are going into I4. ID is there. So what is happening in I4? Dot is at the end of ID. And why you are not considering all the items? Because every time when you do the transition, see transition is on capital T, transition is on star, or transition is on some E. So you have to only trace those items. You don't have to trace all the items. So that is there. So anyway, you don't worry about it. You just keep this logic in your mind. We shall see one more example with less number of production rules. Then you will get the crystal clear idea about this. So just see, we have the DFA, we have the original production rules which are numbered. We have first and follow set. See, if you have any difficulty, I can explain that first and follow kaise aa gaya hai. But you can, from grammar, you can easily guess. Follow up E मतलब क्या है भाई? C rule number 1. E के बाद में plus आता है. That's why it is follow. T के बाद में star आता है. That's why it is follow, right? And if you refer the algorithmic rule, so for example, there is a rule that you have to add follow up E into follow up T. So there are 3 rules we have seen. If there is a start symbol, you have to add dollar into that set, follow set, like that. So that's logical anyway. We should not distract right now. We want to understand how to build the SLR parsing table. So we have 3 things. Diagram is there, first and follow sets are there, and original grammar set. This is very important. And those production rules should be numbered in particular sequence because we have to map. Anyway, this is slide number 10. I will go ahead. So somehow you will build some diagram like this. So it is a parsing table. Algorithm is given in the same slide, slide number 15 and 16. You can refer that later. I will be definitely interpreting it. And now see here what is there? Start column is there, action column is there, and in action there are terminal symbols like ID plus star and dollar. In GoTo, there are capital letters. These are GoTo is mapped along with the non-terminals, and action is always mapped with the terminals. Means that is a mapping. It's like a function. Some input parameters are there, and both functions works on 2 parameters: a state and terminal or non-terminal, like that. So anyway, I have drawn this to understand in better way. See, I don't like to color the things. And I don't know, this is very time wasting, but anyway, what I want to show through this is that, see, all blue color entries in the parsing table in blue. For example, S4, S5, S6, like. So these are the shift actions, right? And whatever red colors are there, R1 or R3 or R4. So these are the reduce actions. But when you say R4 means what? You have to reduce the token string, whatever is there, by using the rule number 4. So what is rule number 4? It is a T2F. So you see in that red box that is there. This is one thing you have to remember. Means all red are reduce actions, blue are shift actions. Then there are some dots are there, means dash is there, means blank entries are there. So these entries are error situations, syntax error situations. Right now I should not talk, but whenever there is some syntactical error, maybe missing of something or whatever, some grammatical error, then particular error function is called or invoked by compiler, and it produces some warning message to the programmer anyway. Now see here, in GoTo, what is happening? There is something like E is equal to 1, T is equal to 2, and F is equal to 3. Then there is a pip throw. See, row number pip or state number 5. If you go, then there is nothing in E column, but there is a 7 in T column. See, I hope you are listening me, understanding me. And see, there is a 3 in F column. Now again, if you go in sixth row of this table, so you will find that there is nothing in E and T column, but there is a 8 in F column. So we shall understand it. What is that? So actually, this 1, 2, 7, 3, and 8, these are states. So what happens is that we are changing states. For example, see row number 1, 0. Means current state is 0. On input ID, you are switching to state number 4. See here, initial state is 0. On input ID, you are switching to next state, that is a 4, state number 4, right? So when you switch into 4, you have to refer the fourth row, means that state number, this one. So in fourth row, all reduce actions are there, right? So this is the logic. Anyway, we shall see this. But R means reduce, S means shift, and that whatever N is there means that is a next state, 5 or 6 or 7, whatever. So right now, up to this grammar, only this is a possible transition. And these go-tos are there. They refine the exact new next state. What happens is that when we do shift operation, normally in shift we don't do the pop operation because there is stack, input buffer is there. So when we do reduce operation, so we pop some items from the stack in a parser, and we push some items, means normally LHS, left hand side of the production rule, respective production rule, particular number production rule, into the stack. So that time new state is generated, and that state is taken from this go-to column, right? We shall see this in detail. So this is the logic. It is only for understanding you that because see, you are engineers, you are intelligent. When someone, I am giving you the idea, it doesn't mean that you should understand in one shot. That's not there. But you should be curious. If you don't understand in one shot, you just repeat my PPTs, and you write in your book copy. You will definitely understand the things. Still, I assure you that I will be taking few more examples. See, this example contains around 5 to 6 production rules basically. So that's why the table and everything is a very big. So next time I will be taking you small grammar, small production rules, small number of production rules. Then you will quickly understand. But why I'm taking this grammar in beginning? Because this is frequently asked. So anyway, so we know the first and follow set, we know the DFA diagram, and we want to know how to construct the parsing table, how to construct the action part, how to construct or compute the go-to part that is there. Now you know the structure of table. Table contains state, action part, go-to part. Actions operate on terminals only, and go-to function operates only on non-terminals only, capital letters. That's it. Now see, the grammar is there. From grammar, you can reveal. You must understand this. Every time you should have this thing, that there are only 3 non-terminals and there are 4 terminals, right? And P and S, you know. So that is what I wanted to convey this. So let us see. That's why a bulb is there. We shall try to understand how to construct the parsing table. So for that, see, I will be showing you one algorithm. So don't get panic. I am guaranteed that in one shot, it is a little hard to understand how to construct the parsing table. But if you keep with me, I assure you, you will understand everything. And we are taking 3-4 examples. You don't worry about it. See, this is algorithm. It's a very big algorithm. In this algorithm, we are learning how to construct the parsing table. See, I will not read it, but I suggest you to read the original algorithm from the book from page number 253. And here input is there. So what is input to the algorithm? That is a augmented grammar, G dash, right? Then output will be there. Output will be parsing table along with the action and go to part. That parsing table is divided into 2 parts, action part and go to part anyway. And method is there. In method, 5 steps are there. Now, you don't worry about it. Just I will read it. If you don't understand, don't worry about it. See, there is a set C. Now set C is called as a canonical set, and it contains all the subsets. Now we know I0 is a set. I0 contains some production rule. I2 contains some production rule. I5 contains some production rule. So every set contains either one production rule or multiple production. That's not a problem anyway. So from I0 to IN, there are canonical set of items. So that is C. C is a name of set, capital C. Anyway, if there is a state I, you know what is that? Then the parsing action from state I is determined as follows. If there is a production rule like this, means I'm reading A, that A is there, A is giving you alpha dot small a and beta. Now see here, alpha and beta, see it is a pattern matching logic. Alpha and beta can be string of terminals, can be string of non-terminals, or it is a string of combination of terminals and non-terminals. Anyway, now what is important here? Dot is in front of small a on the right hand side. This is important. So if there is a dot in front of something, it may be terminal or it may be non-terminal. That's not a problem. Then we have to compute goto. तो इसने क्या कहा है? If I means I बड़ा और एक I छोटा is a state, your current state, and there is a production rule like this. Means you are tackling that I you know I contains some set of production rules. तो ऐसा production rule जिसमें dot small a के पहले है, that's it. तो उसका go to ऐसे compute करेंगे हम, go to in bracket I comma small a is equal to ij. This is there, right? So go to is only for computing the next state. Go to is only for computing next state. Anyway, this is one thing. Now what will be the action? Action is a function which requires 2 parameters. One is a state I know, we know. See, this is a small I. It is a suffix of capital I. See, go to में हमने क्या किया है? Capital I और small I suffix है उसको. So that is different thing. It is representing complete set of production. So see, capital I and suffix I is representing set of items. Set of items. Set of items contains one production rule or multiple production rule. That's it. But when we consider only small I, it means it is a state number. Just I0, state number 1, I7, state number, suffix state, like this. So it is like this. So action small I, small a means what? 7वें स्टेट में ए अगर इनपुट है तो आप नेक्स्ट स्टेट कौन सा रहेगा? दैट्स इट. सो नेक्स्ट स्टेट क्या रहेगा? शिफ्ट जे. जे मतलब जे नाम की एक नेक्स्ट स्टेट है. दिस इज द इंटरप्रिटेशन. एनीवे, नाउ हियर स्मॉल इज कंसिडर्ड एज अ terminal. So anyway, you keep with me. Now there can be some production rule like this. See, in B, in a second point, B is there, that there is a giving you alpha dot, means dot is at the end of the production rule. This is logic. Dot is somewhere. We don't know what is the length of alpha. Alpha is a string. It may be single letter, it may be single capital letter, or a single lowercase letter, or it may be string of something. But dot is in front at the end of the alpha. That's it, right? So in this situation, what we do? We compute the action. मेरा कहना क्या है, अगर if dot is at the end of the production rule in particular set, तो उस वक्त हम क्या करते हैं? इसका मतलब क्या है कि हमने उसको प्रोसेस कर लिया. हम क्या करते हैं? डॉट एंड में कैसे आता है? पहले वो पहले रहता है, मतलब इट इज इन बिगिनिंग, देन वी मूव नेक्स्ट, we move next, and it reaches to the end of the production rule. Now, it means there is no need to generate new more items. And that's why we require here reduce action. We have already processed that LR0 item. So we map this action with reduce action. तो मतलब कैसा होगा कि if this is situation, dot is at the end of some production rule, then action of small I, small a, result into reduce of a2 alpha. A2 alpha means actual production. तो इसमें हमने क्या किया है? We have written reduce. तो वही normally we write R1, R2. तो हमने यहाँ पे नंबरिंग नहीं किया है, हमने डायरेक्टली प्रोडक्शन रूल को ही लिख दिया. नॉर्मली हम वही राइट R1, R2 और R7 लाइक. सो एनीवे, दिस इज द वन लॉजिक. एंड स्मॉल ए कहाँ पे है? स्मॉल, व्हाट इज स्मॉल ए? सी, I don't know, but you understand this. There is alpha. It looks like a small a, so don't mistake it. That's why I have painted it black and blue and whatever. So that you download it and you enlarge it and then see. तो ये a कहाँ से आ गया? At least in B step में a कहाँ से आ गया? छोटा वाला. It is from follow item. That's the important. This is important. Now anyway, there can be some situation कि भाई एखादे सेट में जो हमारा ऑगमेंटेड सिंबल है, न्यू स्टार्ट सिंबल है, एस डैश गिविंग यू यस डॉट, डॉट इज एट द एंड ऑफ यस. तो यस, कैपिटल यस इज ओरिजिनल स्टार्ट सिंबल. उसके एंड में अगर डॉट आता है तो उसका जो एक्शन है, सो इट इज मैप विद द डॉलर. इट इज मैप मीन्स एक्शन ऑफ आई, स्मॉल आई एंड डॉलर is equal to accept, means your processing or parsing is over, like this. So anyway, don't worry, you just listen me. Now the go to transition, I'm reading third line. The go to transition for state I are constructed from all non-terminals capital A. Normally this is representation using the rule go to of in bracket capital I suffix small I comma capital A, giving you ij. I is capital and j is a suffix. So ij is representing some 7 or I7 or I3, whatever. So this is that you just understand this. And here we are refining it. What is happening? Go to in bracket small I capital I A bracket complete equal to small j. So j is a suffix, not this. So that's it. 3. You don't worry about it. I will be telling you. Now anyway, every time what we do during parsing, we read the input buffer pointer position, we read the top of the stack, and depending on that, we refer the parsing table. And if parsing table contains something IS6 or X5 or R2 or R3, then we do take the action. But if parsing table do not contain anything, it is blank, it contains only dash, then there is definitely some syntax error. That's it. And last point is there. That if there is a production rule like this, S dash giving you dot in front of yes. C. Compare with C point. In second point, there is a C. तो इसमें dot क्या है? Yes के बाद में है. Read this. And in fifth point, dot is in front of Yes, capital yes. Anyway, you just we are now read it. Anyway, we are equipped with how to build the parsing table. I will be showing you how. And see, there are two slides, slide number 16 and 17. So this is original from the book. You just read this original slide. तो इसमें क्या है कि एक दो स्टेप है, बाद में ABC स्टेप्स है, उसके सब स्टेप्स. एंड 17 नंबर के स्लाइड पे क्या है, तीसरा और चौथा और पांचवा पॉइंट है. ये एक ही चीज है, लेकिन व्हेन यू रीड फ्रॉम बुक मेनी टाइम्स we don't, because we have to interpret it. That's why I have painted that thing in red, blue, and anyway. So now this was our original example. तो हमने क्या किया है, we are not doing fourth point. We are simply trying to understand only how to construct the SLR parsing table. That's it. That's why I am showing you this screenshot. So it may be excess. हम बोलेंगे थोड़ा ये ज्यादा ही हो गया, अपन it's only for remembering, because I don't know कि all people are continuously logged in with this session. They might be leaving and entering into the session, and they may be missing something. So for them, I am doing this. So anyway, we shall try to understand third point in this exercise today at least, and later we shall solve everything. Now this is the algorithm. So today we don't need how to parse particular statement. That's why I have circled it. But I suggest you, before attending next lecture, you go through this algorithm, come in class, and then you will understand everything. Now anyway, closure of atom. This is the revision. There is a cross. I don't want to talk about it. But closure of means what? If there is a closure of I means some set. So a set can contain one production rule or two production rule. It can contain a dot in front of some capital or lowercase letter, whatever. So closure of I means what? If there is a production rule like this, where alpha is there, dot is there, and capital B is there, and beta is there. So alpha and beta can be some string. But here dot is in the front of capital B. Capital B is a non-terminal. And suppose there is a production rule where B is giving you gamma. Now, B may give you multiple things. See, B may give you gamma, lambda, omega, or whatever. But suppose there is only one production rule, or there might be multiple production rule. So when we compute closure, तो हम क्या करते हैं कि जो आइटम है उसको एज इट इज रखते हैं सेट में. I will be showing you this just after this. And we all add all the production rules of that non-terminal where dot is in front of it. Means अभी इसमें क्या है कि B के पहले डॉट है, तो हम क्या करेंगे, ये जो प्रोडक्शन रूल है ब्लैक में दिया हुआ, A giving you alpha dot B बीटा, ये जो रूल है ये इसको क्लोजर आई में डाल देंगे. फिर क्लोजर आई में और दूसरी बातें डालेंगे. कौन सी? जिस नॉन टर्मिनल के आगे डॉट है उसके जितने भी प्रोडक्शन बनते हैं या अवेलेबल है ओरिजिनल ग्रामर में, उसको हम सबको ऐड करेंगे. दिस इज हाउ वी आर जनरेटिंग सम सेट. So anyway, I have talked about it, but I don't want to waste time. We shall go ahead. In similar way, there is a goto. If you want to compute goto against some set and some non-terminal, say capital X, and if there is a production rule like this, and dot is in front of capital X, please. Alpha is there, dot is there, capital X is there, and beta is there. Alpha and beta can be strings of any length, I don't know. So goto, when we compute goto of Ix, means what we are doing? We are shifting position of dot one place ahead. तो पहले क्या हो गया, ओरिजिनल इसमें I में क्या है, I नाम का सेट है. Okay, in I set, original set, dot was in front of X. When we compute goto, then goto में जो दूसरा सेट रहेगा, because when you do goto, you switch from one set to another set, maybe 5 to 3, maybe 2 to 4, like. तो 4 में जब जाएंगे आप तो डॉट आपका आगे रहेगा, x के बाद में रहेगा. So this is the logic. Anyway, this is one grammar. Now see, this is little different. Previous grammar was containing only 5 production rules. This grammar contains total 6 production rules. Definitely we are going to solve all the 5 steps in this grammar, but I will not consider today. So You just take the previous material help and you try to explore it. We shall be taking this example in next session. Now see, this is a fourth example, and today we shall try to talk about it. So there is a grammar. See, only three production rules are there, right? Yes is the start symbol, and miss total two non-terminals are there, capital S and capital C. Now see, don't get confused. There is a small c and capital C is also there. Means lowercase c and uppercase c. And small d is also there. Means only total two terminals are there. Three production rules, two terminals, two non-terminals. Like, and there are some words like CDD, word one, CD. See, read that blue line, blue words. Word three is there, CCDD. Now we want to test whether these words are valid words, or we want to test whether these statements, just imagine that these are the set of statements. C may represents some string of tokens. So it may be set of lines like if then else block or whatever, jump block. So we want to test grammatically whether these statements are correct or not. So just we call this as a string of tokens. So we shall see later how to do it. But these are the things, and grammar is very simple. Now what we do, we add new start symbol. So yes dash is added. Yes is already there, sir, to understand it's new. That's why we are putting yes dash. So in this way we get four production rules. And we want to compute first and follow step. See, I'm going little faster, but I will revise this example in a with some space. So anyway, you know this step. So first is that we want to compute first and follow set. Now let us say this is the first and follow set. So it is also pretty simple. What is first of yes? So you trace yes is giving you capital C. Capital C is giving you small c or D. That's why CD is in first of yes. Now if you trace capital C, C is giving you first terminal, C or lowercase d. That's why it is there. Now yes is a start symbol. So one rule is there. If it is a start symbol, add dollar into follow set. तो हमने dollar डाल दिया, right? Now we want to compute the follow up capital C. Follow up capital C क्या आता है? See, rule number 2 in original grammar. C giving you lowercase c and capital C. This is there. तो इसमें से हमको कुछ नहीं मिलता नहीं, लेकिन if you read the first production rule, इसमें क्या है? S is giving you two capital C's. मतलब C के बाद में दूसरा एक कैपिटल C है, तो हमको कंप्यूट क्या करना है? फॉलो अप C. तो हम क्या करते हैं? वी एड फर्स्ट ऑफ बीटा इनटू follow up capital C. So if you just recall that thing. So in this way, first of C is a CD. So we are adding that into follow up C. So we get follow up C as a small c, small d and dollar. Anyway, we shall talk about this later. So once we compute the first and follow set, we should give the numbers like 1, 2, 3. I have given it here. I hope you are able to see this. So hope guys you are able to understand me what I am saying. So don't worry, you just try to keep with me because of limitations of time, and we are not face to face, and this is a typical subject. So you may feel awkward. So we have finished around 55-30 minutes, but just for 1 or 2 minutes, I will go ahead and then we shall cover the remaining part in a next session. So every time I will be uploading even today's video also, but before attending any lecture, if you go through that YouTube, because you can fast forward it, and you can see, and you can repeatedly see few things which are you may think that you are not able to understand it, and you will get it. That's not any rocket logic. So I will just close, but just let us go one slide or 2 slides ahead. So what we will do, that from this basic, we are going to generate the DFA. So I'm just showing you DFA of this. So here from this diagram, you will understand that there are I0 to I6 atoms are there, canonical state of atoms. Means a total 7 states are there. And if you compute the number of edges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever, so those many edges will be there. So anyway, I will not talk right now what is dot and C and all that. You later download it. So I think it is not better to go ahead because so anyway, in next session we shall start from 25th slide. I will cover this because today's time is over. But if you go through this, even though if I am not with you, you will understand it. But still, I will cover the whatever we are not able to do in today's session. But as I told you, believe me, you just try to write in your book and copy, and in one place, in 1 or 2 pages, you can write complete solution of particular example. And if you scan it, it will take very short time to understand the things. Whatever you are missing, maybe doubts, and it will clear. But anyway, from slide number 25, we shall see the things in next session. I am very thankful to you. You are listening me. Very few people are asking me doubts anyway, but I hope uh, that you are able to listen my voice clearly and all those PPTs. But sometimes it happens that there is a lot much material. And see, as I told you, sometimes whatever, suppose you want to construct the parsing table, we have to refer the follow set, first set, then grammar, sequence number, and then go tos and that diagram also. So these things are there. So without that, we cannot that means you have to refer 3 or 4 things at a time, and then you have to go ahead like that. So PPT may has some limitations. That's, I agree with you, but we shall solve it. So uh, I hope up to this 25 number slide number you are satisfied. Please raise your hands. I will close the session. And thank you, Anishraj, Rasika, Adarsh, Vijaya, Prasad, Mandar. So anyway, don't worry about the timings and all that. We are with sufficiently good speed. We are on in around middle of the third unit, and we shall, whatever is there, we may arrange some extra lectures, and we shall try to cover almost whatever required is there, and uh, we shall learn this subject in better way. I will try it. So thank you very much. I will end the session here, and uh, stay with me, and believe me, we will complete this unit. So I am ending here on 25th. I will stop the recording and attendance, all that. Thank you very much.